All right, here we go for another edition of RJ's Lives. How you guys doing this morning?
Good.
I'm doing fine this afternoon, thank you.
Good deal. Oh, yeah, that's right. It is afternoon where you are. I forget because, the show is based in my time zone.
Yeah, you're always behind.
Which is the correct time zone.
You're always behind, admit it.
Ask Andrew, he'll tell you.
There are some places that don't exist in our own space-time continuum. They do exist, but they have their own space-time continuum. Arizona is one of them.
That's true. And, isn't it parts of Illinois also, or Indiana? Yeah,
Indiana.
I knew it was one of those I states, but I knew it wasn't Iowa.
Yeah, they don't change time ever.
Right. It's funny because that's one of the things that we'll talk about. One of our managers who constantly chastises people that they need to do their paperwork in real time, and I say, well, what other time is there besides real time?
Right.
I like my favorite is stand fast. Stand fast.
That you have to talk to Tom about that. That's a Navy term.
No wonder.
Ouch. Shots fired.
Shots fired? No, not at all. I love the Navy. They take us where we need to go. Just like
Navy, the best always have.
There you go.
It's all love here.
That's right. Yeah, we all work together. That's what it is. So anyways, hello, welcome to everybody in the chat room. I see we got a pretty good chat room. We got RDS Wood Turning is here, Radar is here, Pepper Dingo, Mikey Newman is here. Thank you, Mikey, for coming over. Sean, MBEDC, Jeroen Voss, Driver 38 is here. Angelo is here. We got all kinds of guys. James Alton is here. If I missed anybody, sorry. I'm just going off of my little short-term memory. But I did want to talk about MBEDC because in case you guys missed it, I did a channel chat with him yesterday. It's up on his channel. So go to MBEDC if you want to see even more RJ than you are seeing now. Yes. But it was a fun interview. We talked about more than just knives. We talked about EDC stuff. We talked a lot about YouTube stuff. So especially if you're a younger channel, if you want to kind of see a little bit of stuff, it's not too much inside baseball, but it's maybe a little more behind the curtain than we usually talk about. So I think you guys.
I started it. I haven't got to finish it yet. I'm eager to see what your keep, scrap, and carry choices were.
I have to tell you, that was my favorite part of the interview was the keep, carry, scrap. Yes. I am going to tell you that he did have assistance from Randy's WSG on that. So I'm not giving away anything. So you guys are going to have to watch it to find out. But that was a fun part of the interview. We talked about all kinds of things, so definitely a fun thing. So yeah, if you could, Tom, throw up a link to that chat in the chat room.
Yep.
That would be awesome. And today we thought we'd talk about case knives because Jesse McJames is on today, and I asked him. I said, hey, Jesse, what do you want to talk about, if anything? And he said, I want to talk about case knives because I got some to share. And I said, okay, well, that sounds awesome to me. We can definitely do a case episode. We have case knives in every episode, because they're always part of the knives that we talk about. And they're one of the big two, as I like to think of them, case and buck, that we all have, multiple copies of their knives and they make awesome stuff. So I thought that Mikey came to see bucks. Okay, well, we got Tom and we got HT, so don't worry. We might let some bucks in this episode. Do you have any handy there, Harold? There you go. Hold on, let me bring it full screen. Here you go, Mikey. This is going to be just for you. Go ahead,
Mikey. This is a spoiler alert. I haven't done a video on this, but this is one of my latest hauls from Knife Show I just went to a week ago, and this is the 25th anniversary of the Buck 110 Folding Hunter, and nickel silver bolsters on this guy, and has the etch on there commemorating, 1963 to 1988. This is a 87 blade. I looked it up, I believe. But yeah, got the ebony wood, got the nickel silver bolsters, and just in awesome shape. One that I was very glad to get in ye old collection now.
That's awesome.
There you go, Mike. Video to come on this later, but there's a sneak peek.
There you go. That's really cool.
And we lost Baxter.
Oh no, we didn't lose him. He's there. He just had to step out and get something, I guess.
Pants.
So,
His pants.
maybe. It could be. It could be. I don't want to talk about his pants too much, but he did assure me that he had pants today. So that's good. I guess laundry day was yesterday. Yeah, so he's good. Yeah, so. Well, do you want to kick it off there, Jesse? You want to show a knife or a couple of knives or whatever you want to start off with?
This one, it's a DLT exclusive that I have on loan this week from Big J. It's a single blade barehead trapper. It is in carbon steel, model number 10-15-4. And I've got that one on loan this week, which actually worked out pretty good because I just got a new mini EDC wallet that I've been carrying on the weekends, and it fits in there pretty good. But it's got the natural canvas micarta handle covers. I believe it's natural canvas micarta. But a great little knife. I'd actually been wanting to borrow this one from him, but he always threw other things in front of me and said, "Here, want to borrow that?" And of course, I always said, "Yeah." And I really like the XX shield on it. Just a really cool little knife that I actually really like. Feels good in the hand. So I'll be testing it out a couple days this week.
Very good. Yep, I like those too. Oh no, we lost Kalen too. But we got
Well, there goes our case guy.
Yeah. Well, so much for that.
And I had the Warr Cliff here all queued up to go. We'll push that aside now.
You can show the Warr Cliff.
Yeah, I do want to see that Warr Cliff.
Yeah,
go
ahead. Let's show him the Warr Cliff.
All right. Here's the Warr Cliff of that same variety there, Jesse.
I like that.
Is yours in the green?
I think it's green. I think mine is green. It's got oiled up pretty good here by my hands. This one, you can see the patina on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Same thing. Got my channel name on it and a bunch of patina, but this is a excellent user. I love this thing. One of my, it's on my dresser top. So anything that makes my hallowed dresser top, that's one that has a lot of favor with me and one that I'm grabbing on a regular. And this is 100% one of them. Feels good in hand. Yep. That's the old Warney variety there, Jesse.
Love it.
Yep, it's very cool. Okay, so I won't show either one of those that I have.
We ruined you too, huh?
but it's okay. I have more that I can show than that. Here, I'll show the other DLT exclusive then. Let me grab it real quick. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so this is, they have a Slimline Trapper. So it's a barehead trapper. It has jigged Delrin. So it's brown, and so you just have a nice single blade there. I don't remember if this was, this is in the stainless steel. So it's the True Sharp stainless, but really nice blade. I like the Slimline Trappers. They're pretty awesome. I do like that clip point that they have. It's
nice
really
and sleek.
Nice. Yes, it is. I mean, these things, they just look fantastic. So lots of room. It's basically it's a little longer. If you look at a standard trapper, let me see, where did I put my standard trappers? Because I got so much stuff here on the table. It's kind of crazy. Here you go. Okay, so standard trapper, it's just a little bit, almost the same size. It's just a little bit shorter in the frame. But then when you look at the blades, you can see how much slimmer that blade is than a standard trapper.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's what you get. And then of course the frames themselves, it's quite slimmer than a standard trapper. So they're pretty cool. Since I got this trapper out, I might as well show it. This is one that my wife got me, and this is in the red G10 with the Saturn shield with the XX on it. So I really like this one, and I couldn't not show it. And of course, everyone's favorite, the long spay blade.
And HT Red, good choice, Miss RJ.
Oh yeah, she
has good taste.
She does. I gotta tell you, I think I was the only mistake, but but she does pick out fantastic knives. I've always been happy with everything she's ever picked out for me knife wise. She's pretty savvy, and she finds knives that I don't even see. She's like, oh, I really like how this one looks, and will surprise me with it. So pretty awesome stuff. All right, Kaylin, I know that you have some case knives. I think I'm going to grab a buck knife for Mikey.
We can, y'all want to let some other people go first?
Yeah, I'll let Andrew go.
We'll save you the last hour and a half.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though I have my buck ball cap and my case ball cap and my case, but Kaylin has more case knives than me for sure.
Oh, he's got more than everybody.
We'll start off with a couple of 2021 vault patterns. The copper head. I'm going to show some vault patterns here. Most of you know the copper head, the 6.5 and lizard skin. The clip and the
nice. Yeah, that's super nice.
Yeah, I was able to score this off of eBay because they don't make them really anymore. A couple more vault patterns, a couple of swell centers from 2022 vault pattern in the Deep Canyon Hunter Green jig. It's a little thicker than the natural micarta.
That's a pretty color.
It is, and I think they're still on sale at Shepherd Hills.
That's a good looking color.
The green one. And I generally don't like to spend that much for small knives, but it's a heck of a lot cheaper than what they were asking. And then I've been putting off getting the 2023 vault pattern because they are very small and pricey, but these recently went on sale at Red Hills. This is the black green natural canvas micarta Congress. So at $50, it's a lot for a little knife, but you got to pick up at least one from every year. I think they're asking $75 for these originally. And then I recently just did a video last night. This is my 2024 vault pattern, the case razor in 6.5. My first one had up and down blade play, which I didn't think was very acceptable. So I reached out to Red Hills Grace, and they sent me another one. This one has perfectly centered blades, no gaps, and no up and down blade play.
I thought for sure those would be bigger.
They are about 4 inches closed, and they do have the longer bolster. I do notice this one didn't come very sharp, so I'll have to resharpen it, which is unfortunate, but sometimes case come sharp, sometimes they don't. Just depends. And I was going to hold off on getting one of these till they came out with carbon steel. I had already ordered this, and now it's been announced white bone with an American flag shields will be coming out in carbon steel.
Oh, that's going to be nice. I'm going to be going on vacation in May, and we're going down to Cave City, Kentucky. And on the way, the plan is for us to stop by Red Hill Cutlery.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I hear it's a wonderful place.
I don't know yet.
There you go.
So does that make your Ovaltine taste better?
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Oh, that's great.
Well, Tom, would you like to show a buck or case knife?
I got a case knife or two.
I know. You got a couple of them.
I could switch hats too if we
Well,
need to.
now, do you have to be specific? Do you want W.R. Case and Son, or the actual Case family, or how about this case knife? Even though it says Kinfolks on it.
Yes, sir.
Kinfolks was a company started in the early 1900s. It was a couple of Case family members because Case could not keep up with their fixed blade knives. So they opened up the Kinfolks factory. And recently, in the last few years, Case has released a few of the Kinfolks knives again. But this was its own separate company at one time. And so there's one of their hunting knives there. And comes with this beautiful scroll work on the sheath. And I believe this knife is from the 40s or 50s, somewhere in there. Before the plant was actually they closed the plant down, and Robeson, who was another member of the Case family, Robeson Knives. Robeson bought Kinfolks, and then Case ended up getting Robeson, I think, is how it all worked. But it was all family related.
What was that handle made of, Tom?
Bakelite.
Similar to Bakelite, yes. Very similar. But I might add it's in a nice Hawkeye yellow there.
That's cool. That's pretty.
It is. Very nice.
May I read you something real quick, Tom?
Yeah.
Kinfolks USA, 1927, 1948. Firm was located in Little Valley, New York, with Tent Champlin as president. By 1929, Dean Case was the president. The founders of this firm were obviously cousins and all members of the Case family. This firm.
So the story goes with it that the workers were wanting to unionize, and he told them if they ever unionized that he would close the shop. So they had a vote one night, and they came into work the next morning, and there was a sign in the door, basically "Gone fishing, closed forever," or something like that. So he, for better or worse, I'm not saying whether it was right or wrong, but for better or worse, that's how it ended up. He just closed it down and then sold it to Robeson. So
1950s Air Corps combat Kinfolk.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't one I was showing. I was just
Some of the Kinfolks then, if they're later, was probably made by Robeson, and then none were made for quite a few years, and then Case acquired the name again, or for the first time, and they started issuing some. But here's a Case fixed blade. It's an advertising knife for Morton Buildings, 2017 it says on it. And this is the model 323-5. Stacked leather.
very nice.
And my latest fixed blade I've got from Case. The little fin burden trout knife. Buffalo horn handle.
Pretty nice there.
Yep.
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I had ready for now.
Okay. Oh, you're good, Tom. You're good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
That's not what Mrs. Katie says.
I know. I got the memo. She told me to do something with you. I said, how am I supposed to do anything with him?
What are you going to do? Right?
All right. Let's see. 865 Knives wants to see some muskrats, but I think if anybody has any muskrats, it's going to be Kalen. I don't think anybody else has that.
I don't think I have a case muskrat. I've got muskrats.
I don't. I know I don't. So, Kalen, are you up yet, or do I have to wait for the first hour to go by?
I was going to push it back again, but I reckon I'll go ahead and jump in there.
All right. Well, I just want to give everybody a little equal time. You know how it is.
By recommendation, of course.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Got a muskrat.
That's what it looks like to me.
This one is a 1975 Redbone muskrat. And easy opens on both of the blades there. Chrome vanadium. Got your muskrat stamp. There is no pattern number for these knives. There is a case made 4 knives that had no pattern numbers. I know one of them was the oh good lord, I done went and forgot. There's 4 of them. I know that. Next time somebody asks me that question, I'll have the answer. But
what you're saying is you came on the show unprepared with the model numbers.
Yeah. There's no model number for this. Anyways, yeah, that is the only case muskrat I own. I used to have another one. I traded with Terry for it. It was a chestnut bone muskrat, and not sure that he's shown that or not yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and hush up. But I really like this one. It's near mint condition. I think one of the blades has been sharpened just a hair, but not by much. So really
Kalen,
good condition.
Kalen, if that was a 1974, I would trade you just about anything in my collection for it. That would be my birth. Yeah. Redbone, 1974. That's my birth year. I would have to have it.
Yeah. Well,
that's a beauty. That's a beauty.
I'd have to tell you no.
Kind of fond of it yourself, huh?
Yes, sir. That's why I have just received it. Actually, obviously I got to have. I'm collecting one of each pattern, so I traded my muskrat off, so I had to get another one, and I found the one that I liked. But also, I've been going down this Appaloosa bone trail, and recently acquired some original 1979 case Appaloosas, and that has Appaloosa there on the blade, and this one is serialized, has easy open on the pin blade there. You can see.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Beautiful Appaloosa bone. These came out 1979, and they marked them with an A before the pattern. So that's how you know if you. And they only did that for a few years, putting that A up there. I think 82 or 83, somewhere in there, they stopped stamping the A. This is a 1980 pin dot half whittler in Appaloosa bone, and this one has also got the A right before the pattern. It's a 6208, and I picked this one up at the flea market. So she's been oiled quite a bit before I got a hold of it, which darkened the bone, obviously, kind of took away from the Appaloosa, but that's okay. That is okay. And I'll stop it there for now.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us some gorgeous knives. Whenever it's time for you to show knives, I know that you're gonna show some good ones. That's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Kaylin, I really like how the older case peanuts had the cutaway, the easy open for the pen blade. My friend has one of those, and there's
So many knives. So many knives from those eras had that cutout, and that should have never left.
Yeah, and they were so well put together. I think he recently purchased a modern case peanut, and it just doesn't compare to the old 70s peanuts. The snap and everything were just incredible.
I agree.
And that's why you're collecting in that era, I believe, because
It's not easy. It's
yeah,
not easy.
It's hard to find them.
You got to be patient and play the long game.
Yeah. Well, at least you have time to play the long game. You know, that's the good part for you.
It makes it a little bit easier that I totally focus on the case knives right now, so
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit easier, you know.
Well, speaking of peanuts, I guess I'll show the one peanut that I have, and it is a modern one, but this is my little yellow Delrin peanut, and I do like these knives. I mean, they are quite handy, that's for sure. So you got the clip, and then you have the pen blade on it as well. It does have half stops and just a fantastic. Of course, this is in carbon steel. But then I have this little pen knife from the 80s, and this is from 89. And so this has that unique clip blade on that, and it's a jigged Delrin. You know, so it's really kind of cool. They don't in the 80s they had this kind of a clip, and I don't really see it anywhere. Fantastic snap on this knife too, but it's really a very cool little way that the blade's basically already angled. When you grab it, it's already ready for that draw cut. You know, so it's but yeah, lots of walk and talk on that. But that's we'll go with something else. You know, we'll stretch this out a little bit. We don't want to go through all of our knives, right? I mean, we could, you know. Oh, I see Junior is here. What happened to your pappy, Junior?
Hi! I got to give a shout out, Miss C. Oh, Miss C. A very special case case knife to show you today. This is from Mrs. C. Okay, here it is. It's just kind of like Kaylin knife. Ain't no model number to it. But I gotta tell you, my great grandpappy fought in the Crimean War, and he brought this back with him, and so it's been in my family for many years. So take this special look at it, Mrs. C. It's all for you.
All right, there you go. We have seen the return of Junior. All right, Jesse, you got something you want to share?
Sure do. Got a Case Collectors Club. I don't even remember what year it is. I think it's 2000. I don't know. I can look here. It is a 2008 Jumbo Saddlehorn Trapper in burnt oak bone. Oh yeah, it says it right there on the blade. 2008. Ha! Look at that spade blade.
Don't you like it when they help you out? The knives themselves.
Look at that! Look at that spade blade.
Now that is a spade blade.
Love it.
Very cool.
That's peanut butter spreader.
Days, yeah.
And then since Mrs. C's in the chat, I didn't see Mike Curtis, but I'm going to show my little brown Delrin peanut.
There you go.
I didn't want to leave that out. She can tell Mike about that one.
Very good. All righty. Did you want to go next, Andrew?
Sure. I'll show a case I haven't shown before. I recently picked this one up. It's the 75 in black green natural canvas micarta with the diamond shield. Stainless steel. I have 275s, but I wanted to pick up this one to match my Congress. Most of you guys know the 75. It's one of my absolute favorite stockmans of all time. I did recently pick up a couple of sow bellies, which I'm very impressed with the Tony Bowes sow belly. But, you know, I figured I had 275s wasn't enough. I had to pick up a third one. And and these new were, geez, almost $100, which is kind of out of my price range for a 75. But again, I think this was a deal of the week at Shepherd Hills. So $75 for a 75, I bought it.
Yeah.
This is 2023, so not really super old, but I'm really impressed with. I prefer bone, but before Delrin, I prefer micarta, and I'm really impressed with this micarta. And there's not much green in there, as Randy has noted, and I've seen a lot of these. You don't really see much green. It's more like a brown black.
Yeah.
And of course, it came with a little blade rub, but I think most of these 75s do because they don't recess the blades. They cram them in pretty good, but it doesn't really bother me, as long as the blades aren't hanging up on each other when closing.
Yeah.
Really
I
impressive.
actually have a 75 that has no blade rub.
It's possible.
I got it from Big J.
I might know why. that micarta looks like that. You know, the original green bone, it was a brownish black.
Oh, okay.
The early 1920s and around that era, it was a greenish brown, and they called it green bone. And so they might just be giving a nod to their old bone.
That's true.
Just a thought.
Definitely.
Bringing up the oh, sorry, Andrew, go ahead.
Oh, it's just definitely different than the green micarta on the DLT exclusives and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, the old olive green was kind of more of a brown, for sure, in the bone.
Mm-hmm.
But bringing up the blade rub, that's a good segue into fit and finish. You know, because Case has been known for spotty fit and finish. Tom, wipe that smile off your face. I see you grinning out there. But no, I get it. When I do any kind of Case video, I always get comments about people talking about gaps and blade rub and you know, all these various things, and we do know that
Rounded tips.
Yeah, rounded tips, not sharp, or even if you've watched you know, JB's videos with the modern you know, Case knives, the Bridgeline series and stuff, that you know, the issues he's had with that, the issues he had with the rust lock. So yeah, there's Blade Walker says, don't be bad mouthing Case. And he's still willing to take that chance. You know what, Blade Walker, I'm right there with you. I'm not trying to bad mouth Case, but it's just one of those things that when you are a collector and you're looking for a better example or the best example you can find, then it makes a difference. If you're just buying a knife and you're just going to throw it in your pocket and use it, then, you know, really, you know, gaps, blade rub, all those other things, they're very minimal as far as not being able to affect the performance of the knife. As long as it doesn't have things like, you know, blade wobble, blade play, all that kind of stuff. But if everything is mechanically, you know, ready to go, then yeah, you can throw it in your pocket and you're good to go. But
100%.
Yeah. So let's see. MBEDC saying the traditional Case knives are handmade and not machined. And I don't know how much machining is involved in it or how much handwork is involved in it, because when they're putting them together, I would imagine as many knives as Case produces a year, and they produce a lot. You know, there's going to be a lot of machinery involved. You know, there just has to be. I do know that they, you know, have the video where they tour the Case factory and you see the guys putting an edge on the knife blades with a belt. But again, that's a thing where people have to be trained and get experience in, you know, putting that edge on to make it a consistent edge. So, of course, if someone's coming in and they're just learning it, that's when you're going to get the uneven grinds and the uneven, edges and all that kind of stuff. But even like with the 6.5 bone stag, I think they said that there's like only 3 people in the factory that know how to do that. So that's why those are expensive. And
it used to be a group of 6, but yeah, it used to be a group of 6 people that's what they did was the 6.5 bone stag.
Right.
But it may be 3. It may be down to 3 now.
Yeah, and hopefully they get some more. But that's why those things are a little more expensive. Anything that has more handwork in it is going to be more expensive than something that's got more machine work in it. But you guys have any comments on that or any take on it?
Well, it's really a collector's problem, the fit and finish, because the working man that's going to go out and use a knife, the fit and finish doesn't affect how well the blade works. So, I often wondered with COVID, I've seen it not specifically with knives, but as I've been out in the workforce and out in other factories touring around, they have a hard time getting people to work. And, I think COVID, supply chain issues, a whole nightmare. It's got to be hard to be in the manufacturing business right now, no matter what you're manufacturing. So, I don't know how many issues were pre-COVID, post-COVID, how much trouble they're having along with the other companies of getting people to work and, quality people that will take their time and do quality work. I don't know, but
right.
Yeah, I do have an issue, or used to have an issue with the blade rub on the Case Stockmans, but I've gotten over it.
Yeah, I have too. That's just one of those things that
it doesn't affect the cutting of the knife.
That's right.
Yep.
So I do like it, and they do. When you buy a knife, if you're not happy with it, just like Andrew said, he had bought that the Razor model, the 05, and that it didn't meet his satisfaction. So he sent it back to where he bought it from, and they exchanged it for him. And usually, most of the knife sellers are really good about doing stuff like that. You can do that. Stuart Gross says young people don't want to work. Yeah, I hear you. Old people don't want to work either, Stuart.
But we do it.
Exactly, but we do it. And I do it because I'm an addict. I have to tell you guys, I'm an addict. I'm addicted to living indoors. I'm addicted to eating. I'm addicted to buying knives. I have to have a job. Just one of those things. Yeah. Sean said the same thing. So the older ones aren't too keen on it either. All right. So then did anybody else want to talk about that aspect of case knives?
Well, I can get some out here. I'll get some more out further in the show, but I've got some absolutely spectacular samples of case quality. So like that, that's right here still. This bird and trout knife with the buffalo horns, this is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of the prettiest knives I have.
Yeah.
So, it can be a little hit and miss sometimes, but I'll tell you I got a whole series of the Ictus Shield knives, and the fit and finish on them are outstanding.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. So let's see. 865 Knives wants to see Barlows and razors. Well, I think we can hook you up with Barlows. I don't know if anybody else has a razor besides Andrew. My comment.
We got Kalen. Kalen's got some.
He said he wanted, that he had to sharpen the razor, and I was like, it should come really sharp because it's in the name. Yeah,
that's right.
Hey, Jesse, I thought you had an older razor.
Do you have an old razor there,
Jesse,
Caleb?
I thought you had an old razor.
Oh, he's reaching back behind him. That's where all the good stuff is.
Let me bust her out.
All right.
We'll start here.
And then MBEDC also wants to see if anybody has a swayback jack. That would be a Kalen question.
This is a 1920 to 1939 one-arm razor, one-arm bandit, Originally, this knife would have had a different looking blade. This is modified. She's at the end of her road, obviously. This is the knife that. This is either honey bone or green bone because of how light this side is. I don't know if the dye just has left the bone, but you got, this is fairly dark, and it's hard to tell with as much oils absorbs into the bone over the years. It's really hard to tell when it gets like this. It's either honey bone or green bone, though, I would say. But this is the knife that my knife maker and myself repaired the handle on. From here to about from here to here, that top corner there, that was all busted off, and we replaced it and did some coloring with the Sharpie and all kinds of stuff to try to get it back to that color. It's not quite there, but it's better than it was. So there's that one. And sticking with one-arm razors, I have one from the 90s in green bone.
Nice.
And unfortunately, they ground off the whole thing that makes it able to open with one hand. So that was kind of disappointing with this one. You can see it's been flattened off there. It doesn't have that point, which allows it to open on your belt loop. Or anything you can catch it on with if you were unfortunate and had one arm. But this one has the correct blade shape, and it is mint, as you can see, from 1996. The bar shield, which I absolutely love. Simple and gotta love simple.
Yeah,
Nice pin blade, beautiful pile side there. But I have just recently acquired a real one-arm bandit from 1972 in red bone.
wow. That looks new.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I even played with it. I was opening it on my pant loop with the little point there. It's perfect. It works perfectly. But yeah, and then this one obviously has the pin blade and fingernails. But yeah, I love these knives. These are great. I haven't had one of the bolt patterns yet. As far as a brand new one, I can't speak on those, but the older ones, all the way up to the 90s, are great. Great knives. Real fast. I got two bone-handled Barlows I'll show for the Barlo guys. Incredible snap on this one. 1996 green bone bar shield. Beautiful clip point. Limited edition. Also got the pin blade. Really good Barlo there.
Is that a bullet shield?
It is just a bar shield.
Oh, bar.
Yeah, so all of them from this family of 1996, they came with that bar shield there. This case XX on it. And then the last one I have is a 1979 Appaloosa bone, which is out of this world.
Wow.
Out of this world. Backside, not so much, but the front side is just phenomenal. I love this thing. I love Appaloosa bone now. It's my favorite bone at the moment. Looks like the top side of some crazy coffee table, but I love that marbling look. And
yeah.
Obviously, you got your pin blade. So,
Great looking Barlo.
I will leave it there.
How can any of us even follow that up?
Stop that.
Well, I guess I might as well get my Barlo out of the way since I only have one, and that is Byron's favorite, the purple barn board. So I do need to get more case Barlows, that's for sure. But I do like them. They are a little smaller knives. They're definitely 3 fingers. You can stick your pinky back there. But I do like these. I got to get some more. There's just something about them that they're just great knives, and these are great because they have that great working pen blade. I mean, it's a really decent size blade to it, which is pretty good. But one that no one has mentioned yet, but again, I'm getting my one-offs out of the way, and that would be the canoe.
Nice.
So there you go with the Indian etch on it, amber jig bone, carbon steel.
Beauty.
Yeah, this is
Love that.
probably one of my top 2 canoes. That I have. I really like these, but this is still the only case canoe that I have, and the only reason I don't have more case canoes is because they tend to be on the expensive side. But that's a my problem, not anybody else's problem.
Yeah, they are pricey.
I still find it amazing they named a water vessel after a knife pattern.
Yeah, I guess that's something that happened. Did you want to show your Barlows, Andrew?
Yes, I do. But I know I already showed this one, but Aaron was wanting to see a razor, so this is my 6.5 Aaron I showed earlier. I like the front bolster, how it is elongated, so it's almost a razor Barlow. I have 4 case Barlows. They're all the newer ones. This is the Rogers navy blue jig. So this doesn't have the shield, but it has the case stamp on the front bolster, which is really cool. I am getting a little blade rub at the tip of my pen, which is really odd because it's actually centered. So I must be just like pushing it too hard when I'm pulling it out. That's a good one.
Is that on the bolster? Is that an etch, or is it actually stamped in?
It's actually. I looked really close, and it's actually like it's a stamp.
Nice.
I thought it was going to be etched, which would have been a big disappointment. But it's actually a stamp, and then colored in there a bit. Now it's not a really super deep stamp, but I can definitely feel it. So I'm very happy with that. But it does have the blade etching on the tang. And then, of course, my purple barn board. Got it when they just came out. Love this one. This one I didn't even have to clean. It was so smooth. And then my gray pocket worn carbon steel. I didn't think I'd like this gray pocket worn, but I really like it. I recently picked up a Sodbuster Junior, and I want to pick up a few more of these. I'm actually really impressed with the gray Crandall jig. And then, of course, my 6.5 single bladed, which poor thrifty Kniffy got one where the blade was not centered and rubbing, and I lucked out and I got one perfectly centered. I'm very happy with it. His bone covers do have more depth and do look, I think, better than this, but I'll take a center blade from Case any day. But I had a question for Kaylin. I was watching the Slippy Thrifty show this morning, and it seems as if Slip Joint Sawyer and Mikey are coming over to the States for Blade Show Texas 2025. And Kathleen had a question. Is Kaylin going to join them?
I had heard that through the grapevine, actually, and of course, I will absolutely be there.
That's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can be our representative that weekend.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed this year's, so I'm going to make it up. I'm going to head to Atlanta, and I'll be there for Blade Show Atlanta, and then next year I will definitely be at Texas.
So where is it in Texas? Is it Austin, Houston?
Or
That's a good question. That's a good question.
It is, but if it's close to Austin, I have a friend down there. I may have to fly down and join
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth?
Yeah,
Fort Worth.
which is only about I think a 4-hour drive or probably a 40-minute flight if you
We
expect a small plane.
we have upped our speed limit, so it's down to about 3.5 hours.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so you got the 85 going there. Yeah, yeah. So get you a rental car that can move out.
Come on, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard that, I was like, 2025. Who plans that far in the future? And I'm like, well, that's kind of what you have to do nowadays. You really got to
Pretty
get
much.
tickets now, get your plane tickets now, just to make it. That would be awesome, though. I'd love to go down to Blade Show, Texas, and see everybody.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And I think what is it in April?
Guys looking for help.
March.
He needs some
March
strong
7th,
backs and weak minds.
March, yeah. So the weather's
March 7th.
still pretty cold up here. It'd be nice to skip out and go to Texas for a while.
Oh yeah, yeah. You wouldn't
I'm
have
gonna-
to worry.
I think I'm going to try to make it next year.
Very
It's
nice.
about a 4.5 hour drive to me.
Oh, that's not bad.
4.5, 5.
Wow, that's you're closer than I am to the buck factory. I think it took me over 6 hours to get to the buck factory in Idaho. So 4.5 hours, that's doable for sure.
Yeah.
Tom, you're on mute. You're on mute, Tom.
I said I would like to come, but I've been denied a passport, so I can't make it into Texas.
I thought it was because the statute of limitations hadn't run out from the last time you were down there.
Yeah,
Tom, meet me in
That's why-
Oklahoma.
that's why I send Junior.
Meet me in Oklahoma, and I'll empty out my toolbox on my truck, and I'll sneak you in.
There you go. That'll work. T for Texas.
There you go. I think Jeroen's got the Texas comment there. It says Texas is where you can wear 2 6-shooters and a buoy on your hip and you don't stand out.
You're underdressed.
Exactly. We need HT on the big square. All right, HT, you got something? I think I skipped you a couple times, so go ahead and take your time.
Come on, save the show, HT.
Well, is Aaron still in the chat? 865.
Yep, he is. He wants to see what you got going on. He said he wanted.
I think I know what he was talking about earlier when he talked about a muskrat. So this one's for you, buddy. Get it dug out here out of the wax paper. Give me just a second, folks.
Oh, you got the special Mustrat.
I got the Aaron special here and good old harvest. What do they call this? Harvest bone? Autumn harvest? I think they call it, yeah, autumn harvest. Has the bullet shield on this guy with the 2 big XXs. And I just think this thing is gorgeous. This is another find I got at our my last Blade Show that we went to. This was new old stock. The guy had it, got the box for it right here, the whole 9. But I thought that color was just impeccable. Loved the shield on it. And if you know anything about my buddy K Knox up there, shout out Aaron. He is a feller of the orange and he loves them orange knives. And he kind of had a fit over this when I picked it up. So, that one's for you. That one's for you there, buddy. Muskrat. This is 2016, by the way. 2016 Muskrat.
Really nice. Did you have anything else you wanted to share? Or is that it for now?
We can do one more. How about HT is going to get in a lockback somehow? How about a good old Case Mako?
There you go.
Nice.
One of my favorites from Case. Good
Did you add the thumbs
lockback.
good?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I put those on just about all of my lockbacks. Add a sharpening choil if they don't have one, and I always put one of the quick studs on them. Just something I do, what I like. But Yeah, this is you guys that are familiar with a buck 110, or excuse me, the buck 112, which is my favorite knife. What's in my pocket right now? These are about that size. They feel a lot like a buck 112. I kind of think the 112 probably was some inspiration for this knife, but I do love it. I love them both. I mean, I definitely have a place in my. This is on top of my dresser too. This is one I grab and we'll throw in a side sheath and definitely rock on the day with. But yeah, this is the old Case Mako with the clip point.
Nice.
That'll be it for now.
All right. Did you want to show off something, Tom?
Oh, yeah, look, I just finished. I've been busy. They're all ready to come back, RJ.
Nice.
All certified clean by Knife Delights.
Fantastic.
Hopefully I can get them in the mail tomorrow.
Okay.
I've been kind of not paying a whole lot of attention, RJ, but sorry. Yeah. Have you shown your Panama Trapper yet?
No, I have not, but you can show yours if you like.
You sure? I didn't want to, you know, jump ahead here.
I don't think there's any particular order.
I don't have a tribal lock. I do have a rust lock that I can dig out here. But first up, we'll get that Panama Trapper out. And congrats on getting one, RJ. They're a beautiful, beautiful knife.
I agree.
And this is in the purple curly maple.
Very nice.
And like I said, fit and finish is awesome. These smooth purple curly maple, they did an outstanding job on all of them.
I agree.
And it doesn't show up on this one so much, but on some of the covers, you got like these gold streaks running through it. It just looks gorgeous. So yeah, there's a Panama Trapper. And if you give me just a second, I can grab the rust lock.
Okay.
Should I sing and dance while I'm looking here, just to, you know, fill the airtime?
Put Tammy on.
Do what?
Just put Tammy on.
Oh, I found it. Sorry, no time for Tammy. I'm going to say what I know about muskrats is Muskrat Susie and Muskrat Sam do the jitterbug out in muskrat land. But so here's my rust lock. I have one, and it's again with the Ichthys shield. And this is a smooth blue ice, a synthetic.
Nice.
The light's kind of bright, so it's showing it to be more light, the blue lighter than what it really is. But here's a rust lock. Now you're supposed to be able to do close these one-handed. I can't do it. This thing is pinned so tight, it takes two hands, but it is a liner lock. And this was in honor of Russell Case, because Case, like a lot of cutlerers, got started making razors. So as you can see, that's kind of why this is based off of the old straight edge razors. I call it the Woody Woodpecker knife. So
Yep.
I
That's
can see
exactly
that.
what it looks like.
there's my rust lock.
All right.
Hopefully, we never have to show another one.
Just for that, I'm going to order like 3 more, so every show I can show them.
Nice.
What's the deal with that, Kalen? Why are they so polarizing? I mean, there is like no middle ground on a rust lock. People either staunchly love them or they can't stand them.
I like
What's the? I'm okay with them. Yeah, I guess I'm in the light camp, but I know a lot of people just really do not like a rust lock. Anybody know the reason for that?
I don't know. It's in tribute. You know, it's a tribute knife to Russell Case. I don't know why they would not like them.
I think it's because it's the original front flipper.
Could be.
Yeah, some people don't like the flipper sticking out the top, like when it's in their pockets, it's not, it kind of sticks up a bit. I've heard that. I like the look of them. I haven't really played with one yet, but I'm not a big fan of the liner locks that stick up there in the way of your grip. But I do kind of want to pick one up for the collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably pick one up for the
I've seen
collection.
some really cool. I kind of want to pick up a drop point version. Occasionally you see those pop up and they're really cool.
Yep.
That's not my favorite pattern by any means, but it is cool to have one just to say you got one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we had a request, Radio Geek Blades. He wanted to see a Panama Trapper next to a regular Trapper. So I told him, yeah, we can definitely do that. Yeah. And so here is the Panama Trapper on the top, and here is a regular Trapper. So as you can see, it's quite a bit bigger. This guy is 4 5/8 closed, and this is 4 1/8 closed. So that's kind of what you're looking at. A lot taller in the frame than a regular. It's almost like the comparison I did showing a the mini Trapper and a regular Trapper. So it's about the same size difference is what you're getting there when I did my video on it. And of course, we saw the blades on it, and it does have half stops, which I like. So you get the nice clip point with a really good swedge on it. And then you get the skinning blade, which I think is just a really beautiful, beautiful blade. In fact, if I was going to carry this knife, I would use that. It would be my main blade all the time. I'd use that over the clip point. Of course, that's a Tony Bowes design. I have another Tony Bowes teardrop knife that, of course, had to show this one if we're going to do that. This is a single blade version. And so it's just a really awesome gent knife. So from a great big knife that Tony designed to a more of a gent carry, so that's pretty nice. And then one other one I have that we haven't talked about yet, but it's also in the Buffalo horn, is a Sodbuster. This is Sodbuster Junior, and it's got the really nice buffalo horn handles on it. So I really like that. It's really a very, very nice knife. My nicest Sodbuster that I actually have. So
nice.
Go with that, and we'll see who would like to share next, if anything.
I got a few I'd like to show real quick.
Okay.
Case fish knife. I believe it's a 74. And it comes, instead of with a shield, it's got the hook sharpener on the shield on it. I've been building up the Yellow Delrin family, and this is one buddy of mine had it and sent it to me. So I got that one from him. And then I've got a Yellow Delrin full-size copper lock that I bought for $40. Mrs. Alien Outlaw and I went over by J.O.'s at Neck of the Woods, and guy had this one and the wood-handled 1990 Trapper that I single blade Trapper I've got. I got them both for $40. So you don't find a copper lock for $40. I know HT found one for $40, but you don't find a copper lock for $40 very often. And
you probably got the you get the box and everything with it, Jesse?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. I got you.
And then
me either.
Don't see these too often. Case 337-6-inch or Q knife from World War II, quartermaster knife with the sculpted wood handle on it, or that might be leather. But World War II quartermaster knife, and I've got the matching Cattaraugus because they're the same company. Well, they were sister companies. and they both came with the waffle head hammer pommels on them.
Oh, cool.
So I had to show something military. All right, that's all I got for now.
Is it petrified leather?
No, I think it's just regular leather that's been this one is regular stacked leather.
Yeah.
Both of these are World War II.
Just old.
Yeah, but this one is more of a molded ring pattern leather. But some of these did come with the wood handle covers or wood handle on them, and both of them have the original sheaths. And this one's got some kind of markings on it. I can't tell what it is because, they got so much patina on it, but it could have been something that was done during World War II. I don't know. Okay, I'm good for now.
Okay. All righty. Did anybody know the answer to that question of when Case started making the Sodbuster pattern? I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head.
Caitlin, no.
I believe it's in the 70s.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was in the 70s, but I wanted to make sure that was what.
And then I think can't remember. I think the following year, from the original Sodbuster, they made the junior.
Yeah,
I just went over it on Kaylin and Terry's Corner.
Right. That's what I was trying to remember because I knew you did it on your show, and I was hoping you might.
I slipped my mind. I don't have my notes in front of me.
It's okay. Not a problem.
Tom's muted.
You're muted again.
You're really close. It was 71 or 72, somewhere in there.
There you go.
Yeah, early 70s.
Yeah.
So, very good. And Blade Walker, you're there with the rest of us. He's on a mandatory spending freeze. So we know how that is. We all go through it from time to time. You spend a little and you gotta save back up, and that's just the way it goes. Sean wants to know if anybody has a sway back jack. I do not. Neither does Tom.
Not in front of me. No.
Nope, I don't.
Caleb does.
He does that himself, Ray. All right, go ahead, Kalen.
I have a 2008 burnt. I'm sorry, it's either burnt or Bermuda green. I can't remember. I'll have to look at the tin. This is a jackknife, Tony Bowes. It is pattern number impossible to read. 62117 in stainless steel, and with the Warr Cliff blade there. This one is pocket worn as well, I believe. Bare head at that, so gotta love that. Beautiful bone though, beautiful bone. Love these little jackknives. It's kind of what relit the fire in me, collecting case knives again. When I purchased a gray bone swayback, I fell in love with case again, and that's all she wrote. Here's a single blade swayback from 2018. This is a hunter green.
That's pretty.
Yep.
Well,
Lots of
that's
blue
a great
green in
color.
there. Oh yeah, it's a wonderful knife.
That's a great color.
I love the lines on these knives. It just flows so perfectly with the contouring and then the raising back up on the blade. It's a dream for me. I have a bare head teardrop in amber bone, single blade. Really love these knives. I also have a few others. This is a 10 dot 2020 right there somewhere. Just have to believe me on it. Well, of course, I was holding it backwards. That'd probably help if I showed the right side. Got a, what year is this? 2016 whiskey bone, Tony Bowes, Stevie Blades, Panama Trapper.
Nice.
With the pewter shield. Love this.
Is that
knife.
with the big spay blade?
She's got that blade.
It's the Skinner.
Spay, the Skinner spay. Yeah, just these are fantastic knives. They come with half stops. This one has better snap ability than the previous Panama Trapper that I had. I ended up letting that one go, and I found this one. And how can you not go with that one?
Exactly.
Then I have a back pocket here, chestnut bone. Well, that was no good. Try that again. I didn't hear anything. That's dead silent there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on this knife. See what's going on there. 2012. Yes.
Well, since that one's not working for you, just send it on to me.
No. You already got one. I'll handle that.
2011 chestnut bone CV blades back pocket. What more is there to say? Just a wonderful knife. Got a great deal on this one on eBay. Probably because it has no snap. But,
I like it because it's got the lanyard hole.
I think, so that's standard for these.
Right.
But
every time I look up back pocket, I can't ever find one because they just give me pocket knives. They don't give me back pocket.
Oh, now they might make one that has a cap on it that probably doesn't have a lanyard hole on it.
No,
They do. They do.
When I look them up to buy them, I put in case back pocket knife, and it just gives me case pocket knives. It doesn't give me a case back pocket knife.
Well,
I can't ever find them.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You'll have to refine that one, maybe.
Give them all for you.
Try putting Tony Bowes in your search.
All right.
Yeah.
Tony Bowes back pocket knife.
And or even the pattern number might help adding that as well.
That would probably work.
I got a really cool knife here.
Every knife you've shown has been a really cool knife. What are you talking about?
Well, this one's really cool. Any 84 guys out there? 1984. This is a 71 pattern sleeve board pearl handled penknife.
Nice.
From the Louisiana World Exposition, May 12th through November 11th, 1984 in New Orleans. It's serial numbered and, like I said, pearl handled, which is really cool.
Wow.
This was a gift to me, actually. And just really, really awesome being I'm sorry, this is not a 71. This is a 79 pattern. Please forgive me. 79 pattern, 079. And just a really cool little piece of history there from the World Exposition. And I'll show one more kind of a sleeve board, but everybody knows it as the Cigar Whittler.
Nice.
This is a 1990 Case Brothers Case Classic in Rogers Bone. One thing about this knife that is odd is I'm not sure there was a lot of design going into the blade there, the main blade. You can see the long pull is virtually inaccessible if you have this blade closed, the front blade there. And nobody opens a knife, back here. You'll rip your thumb off, your thumbnail off trying to do that. So then, I think this might have been where the double nail nick came from. You had to add it to the front there just to open it. So, you get two. It is a wedged whittler. This one comes with the coping blade, which has a really cool swedge on the top there. You can see.
That is neat.
And it also comes with a good old whittling pen blade. which also has a incredible swedge there. It runs all the way the length of the blade. And then the main blade, it has a really crazy swedge there. It goes halfway, and that's on both sides.
Maybe this is where Rough Rider got the idea for theirs.
Good possibility.
Yeah.
But they didn't pull it off quite as well as Case did.
And then you have Tested XX 6391 is the pattern, and everybody calls these the cigar whittler, but it's actually a sleeve board pattern. If you notice, the bolster of the main blade is larger than the bolster of the secondary blades. So pretty cool. You would think it being a cigar, it would be equal-ended, but not the case. No pun intended.
I was going to say.
And I'll stop it right there. I'll let somebody else go.
Okay. Let's see here. Did we?
We lost somebody.
Uh-oh. We lost one.
I was going to say. Let me get him back.
Pardon me, folks.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, it happens.
My chat was running so slow it wasn't keeping up. I couldn't type anything. So I tried to join the chat on the live stream, and then I got the spinning wheel of death and everything froze up. So I had just rebooted.
Yeah, it happens. That's for sure. Go ahead, Tom. You got a shameless plug there?
Well, yeah. One, everybody hit that like button. And we do have a shameless plug. I want to encourage everybody to join RJ's Regiment. Only costs a few dollars a month, and you'll be eligible for some extra content. And he always has a drawing every month. So join RJ's Regiment. It's easy to do. Go down in the description box of any of his videos, and you'll find information on how to do that. Also, he has a spring store with water bottles, travel mugs, shirts, hoodies, all kinds of good stuff. And also check out the description box, because he also has some good deals and discounts on knives from Sharper Edges, which includes Elk Ridge Knives, Trade, Old Timer, Uncle Henry, and Imperial. And he also has a special discount code for American Buffalo and Knife and Tool. I think that's a 20% discount. Right. Just type in 20%. Type in RJS and get a 20% discount on that. So let's support RJ and thank him for always taking the time to put on this wonderful show.
Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. All right. Well, let me show off. How about a couple of copper heads? How's that? I got, of course, that special copperhead that Kaylin was kind enough to send my way. And this one has the pen blade in the front, which is kind of different. But definitely on the copperheads, you get the nice big pen blade, which I always like that. And this one happens to have a Warr Cliff blade, which you don't see very many of them with that. They did make it when they did have the vault pattern in 21, but I have one here, and this is your regular standard clip point. This is in the amber jig bone, and like I said, got the nice big blade. And then I got one of the single blade versions also, which everybody really likes this one because it has the stonewashed CV blade, and really looks awesome the way that they did that. Yep. And of course it's in HT red. So there's that. It has the arrowhead shield, which I like that. And I guess since we're doing copper heads, I might as well show my one and only copper lock. And this is the American Workman series. And this also is the Warr Cliff version of that. So a very cool knife, one that I really like.
I got to test one of those. Those are very cool.
Yes.
Yes,
So
they are.
Midknife Crisis wants to know, why are they called a copper head? And they're called a copper head because of this bolster. which covers up the tangs on the back. So you basically, this is all smooth going over here. It doesn't catch anything like on like on this knife here. You see the tangs are exposed and they're up above the frame. So that bolster covers it, and on the copper lock is the same thing, where they combined a mid lock with that. So you get this nice smooth thing, and it's supposedly reminiscent of a copperhead snake, like a snakehead type bolster. Now you see on a canoe, they have that on both ends, and that's the same kind of a thing where on a canoe, it's the same thing where it's covering the tangs on both sides. It's just one of those knife terms that got out there, but that's why that is a copperhead. Nothing to do with being copper. No. That's for sure. Hey, TK is here. How you doing there, John? All right. So, anybody else want to go and show something off?
I have a few. Jesse, have you already gone yet?
I think it's HT's turn.
HT?
Or it should be HT's turn.
Yeah, let's go, HT. Let's go with what you got.
Well, Kaylin showed, I'll show this one real quick. This is another back. Well, for you too, Jesse, you were sound like you're a fan of the back pocket. Here's another. This is the Harley Davidson edition, Tony Bowes, and this is a Harley Davidson motorcycle limited edition. It's got the kind of silverish gray and black G10 handles going on, and has the, get up here close, has the logo there, the Harley on the blade, and we have Harley Davidson in the bolster, stamped in the bolster, and then right there the shield that they use, that's also Harley Davidson emblem. So Harley Davidson's all up on this one for you motorcycle enthusiasts out there. That's probably a pretty cool one. But we're talking about locks here, and I think Tom mentioned this one earlier, the tribal lock. And this is a tribal lock, which is a mid-back lock. And this is in, what do they call this? Oh, goodness, not magenta. No, it's not magenta. Come on, HT. It's like a Cabernet. Cabernet bone. Has the big XX, the double XX stamp on the shield. And yeah, that is what they call Cabernet bones. Got some purples in there going on. Yeah, pretty cool. But it's a mid back lock right here. But yeah, the Case Tribal Lock, one of my favorites.
Yep, that's another cool knife. That's for sure.
Very cool.
All righty. Did you want to go, Andrew?
Yeah, we haven't seen too many of my favorite case pattern, which would be the Mini Trapper in Warr Cliff. I'm not sure why it's one of my favorites. I love the Warr Cliff on the Mini Trapper. I like the size of the Mini Trappers. To me, they're like a fifth pocket. This is the smooth yellow bone. And like I said before, it was the same price. The first production was the same price as the normal one, so I figured I'd get one first production. But I have four of those. The Bird's Eye Curly Maple, I think it is. Bird's Eye Maple in Warr Cliff. A white synthetic, of course, the 6.5. I just really like these. They don't come too exceptionally sharp though. And then my banana knife, I think I showed it last time. My Sow Belly Stockman, very happy with this one. And I also have the antique bone, which has threading to the bolster. Boy, where did I see these on sale? I've seen these on sale in the $60 price range. So for a Tony Bowes Sow Belly Stockman, exceptional deal. And then I don't know if anybody showed the Texas jackknife. They call this the small Texas jack, and it is small, but it's actually bigger than their normal jackknife. I like the squared bolsters, very similar to their Stockman in this pattern. Just doesn't have the spay blade or a pen blade down here. This is the amber jig bone in carbon steel.
Nice, pretty.
And to note, RJ was showing the copper head, and it is a nice sizable pen blade, and they're almost identical to the new vault pattern. Let's see if we can get it in there. They're pretty much almost the same. I think the difference is maybe in the tang. You can see a difference in the tang, but
Yeah.
they're very, very similar. It looks like the copper head has a longer pen blade than the razor.
The Barlo has a good sized pen blade on it too.
Yeah, but very similar size. Really,
Then we had a question if anybody had any folding hunters or pocket hunters. That'd probably be a good thing to see. I don't have.
not me.
either.
I know Tom does, and I know Kaylin may have a few.
Yeah.
I did, but I didn't pull it out.
Okay.
Not in front of me. We can always show the real folding hunter.
I can show a pocket
Right,
hunter if
Tom?
you want to see it.
Got one.
Yeah.
All
There
right,
you go.
Caitlin, I'll let you show yours.
Sorry, I have a 12-inch bag here I have to slide it out of. This is a 65 to 69 folding hunter. Pack of wood. Picked this up for $39 on eBay.
Nice.
Yeah, I had super lucked out on that one.
Yeah.
Strikes right down the center. Love this knife. I used to have the single blade. I traded it to Terry, so I'm still in the market for one of those. But really patinaed up there nice. I just keep it wiped down. I don't let it patina any more than it is. But really cool knife. And Tom, you'll get a tickle out of this one. I just acquired this. This is a Tiny Hunter single blade. This is a Triple C Case Collectors Club, and it's also stamped Cattaraugus for the main stamp. Just like Ken Folks, how they reacquired the brand name, and then they used it on special runs. Also serialized. This one is 0016. And I'm pretty sure that's the collector's actual, whoever has number 16 as their collector ID. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Not an actual, serialized number, but
What year is that one?
That's a good question. There is no date on this one. It just says USA 61165 P.H. which I assume stands for Tiny Hunter. And then this one's in stainless steel. And it is corn cob jigging for the jigging on the bone, which I thought was pretty cool. There. And then while I have the microphone, I'll show off my copper lock. This is a 1996 chestnut bone copper lock. Recently picked this one up. I had a really, really nice one, so I wanted one that wasn't quite as nice, and I found this one. I really like it, so also a great knife. Show my copper head real fast. This is a brown bone 1990 copper head. Mint. We have the 1990 on the tang stamp, and everybody went over the blades already, so I won't hark on that. I'll just show you the bone. 6249 though is the pattern, and beautiful bone on that one. And then I will show. We showed some canoes already, so
We just showed one, but yeah.
One is enough to show another. It's enough to show another one. This is 62131, and this is a 19. I think it's a 76. So a funny thing with these, if it was a 1970s model, a lot of these blades, the tang stamps, were real far down in the bolster, and so it was hard to tell what year it is. But one way that you can narrow it down is if it has this blade etch on it of a canoe. They did not start putting that on there until 1974, and so that narrows it down a bit. And I believe I was told you can see the dots on the 74. You can generally see the dots on the 75, but after that, 76, 77, 78, and 79 on these knives, it's very, very hard to see any more dots. Like I said, you can see Case XX, and then the USA is already starting to be covered up there. So the dots are, down here somewhere on that one. This is red bone, post 74, obviously. And great. Go ahead. Somebody say
Killing me.
Also, if you didn't put it away, Ray from North Star Knife Reviews wanted to see the teardrops again. So if you got your teardrop after you show your canoe or whatever, that's fine.
Sure thing. And here's another one. This is the 88 model. Obviously, I am an 88 baby. So I have I love these. This is brown bone. But I was told this could also be sugar bone. So I don't know on that one. The die is very weird on the back, and it starts to look like that as well on the front. But yeah, wonderful little two-bladed knives there. Here is a real fast. Go through these quickly. Here's a teardrop jack, chestnut bone, smooth bone. Just did a post, I think, on Instagram on this. Just 2017 on this one. And
butter popcorn?
Buttered caramel popcorn.
Nice.
I also have another teardrop jack. This one is in pocket worn red bone, and it looks like a strawberry. And it's absolutely gorgeous. Love they polished the heck out of this one, and it shows. It definitely pops. You got your standard drop point there. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a Warr Cliff, and then they forgot that it wasn't a pin blade, so they're like, let's just do this with it. I don't know, but to me it looks like a drop point at this point, so that's what I'll call it.
It's a modified.
There you go.
There you go.
Modified drop point, standard pin blade on these, and I have two single blade ones. I have ones very, very similar to Rod's. This one is a pocket worn 20th anniversary, so 1996 to 2016. This one being 2016, being a 20-year anniversary of their pocket worn edition, and this one is in denim pocket worn bone. So
nice,
really, really cool on that one. And then the first one I showed was this Bearhead amber bone teardrop, and this is a 2020 model. So I'll leave it there. I've shown a lot of knives already.
All right. Well, we got a question. Pens and Pen Blades wants to know, what's your favorite case family and material? So I guess we could start with you, Kaylin. I know you are looking for certain families of knives in particular and certain materials. So go ahead.
Well, as I stated a while ago, I am hunting these Appaloosa bones right here. And this is a 1979. Wow. That fingernail's shot there. This is a 35 pattern and a half in Appaloosa bone. I'm really hunting these right now. And a lot of them were jackknives. I really love the jackknives right now, especially the swell end or the torpedo jacks or the rail splitters. It's just I've been bit here, so that's what I'm dealing with.
Okay. Jesse, any particular ones you're looking for? Or what's your favorite?
Well, I am building the whole yellow Delrin family, but I'm a huge fan of just about any bone. You know, I'm more of a fan of the bone than I am the yellow Delrin, but I am trying to build that family, even though because I've got 6 of them all together.
Yeah.
But
I would say that for myself, I'm not actually hunting after a particular family. I prefer the bone covers over the synthetic, although I still buy lots of synthetic knives as well. I like them all, and I'm trying to, I think, get almost. I'm kind of like Kalen in that I'm trying to get one of all of them. That would be neat. They don't all have to be the same, but it would be nice to get one of all of them. Or at least have a pretty decent collection that way. But I'm not looking for a particular pattern or a particular cover material in any of that stuff. It just kind of depends on what it is. Tom, of course, is looking for all the buck family of knives. So, well, we kind of knew your answer, anyways, Tom. If you want to go ahead and spill the beans on that.
Well,
I thought he was building Invictus.
What's that?
I thought you were building the Invictus.
No, Ictus. ICHTHUS. Ictus. Greek for fish. A hard word to say, though. Someone wanted to see a pocket hunter. So if you're looking for families of knives, what really got me going on case knives was the Ictus shield. So I collect all of those that I can find. I have 2 complete families, one in the this blue synthetic and the other one in the curly purple maple. And then I've got other ones. The new series that came out this year was the green Seafoam G10. So I got all of those that have come out this year. There'll probably be more next year. So for case knives, primarily, I just go for the Ictus shield.
Yep, very good. How about you, Harold? Anything in particular you're collecting?
I'm chasing. I guess the one I would be looking for. I would like to get a Texas Jack, that pattern. But anything, you guys know me. I'm a lockback guy. So anything in kind of red jig bone, crimson bone, mahogany bone, chestnut bone, and the lockbacks like in the copper lock or the tribal lock or something like that. I'm always all in on those, but I am kind of looking for maybe a Texas Jack to add to the collection, and good old HT Red would be perfect for that too.
And then what about you, Andrew?
I do prefer the bone covers. It's hard to collect families. My 2 favorite, maybe the 6.5. This is a Sod Junior and 6.5. What I like about this one is it's thicker than a normal Sod Junior.
Yeah,
they are.
People can see that.
Yeah, it's just a little thicker, so it feels a little bit better in the hand. I don't mind the thinness of the bone. It makes it for a nice, easy pocket dropper. But when I got the 6.5, I was really impressed with how it's in between the synthetics and the bone. So I don't try to get everyone in the series, but 6.5 is one of my favorites. You know, like I said, the lizard skin is one of my favorites because they're kind of exclusive to Shepherd Hills. They're carbon steel. I just can't pick one. I like the yellow bone. I like the gray bone carbon steel. I've been wanting to pick up the amber bone in carbon steel. And then what do? They come out with the full size copper lock and red bone in carbon steel. So I just try to get a few of each because they're just always going to be coming out with covers that I like. I do prefer bone, but I'm very impressed with their micarta. Really like their micarta. So I had to get a few of those. And when I think, oh, I'll just collect this family or this family, they come out with something new that I really like the green apple bone. So I just try to pick up a few of each. Been wanting to pick up their carbon steel ones. Like I said, they have the smooth white bone with the American shield. They're going to have a full-size Warr Cliff copper lock, and that's another one I'm going to have to get. So, and then when I get one in a certain cover material, I'm like, well, I might as well get two so he has a friend.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But really like the full-size copper locks, and I really like the carbon steel. But I pre-ordered my sky blue, and that's stainless steel. So I'd have to say my two favorite families are probably 6.5 and lizard skin, but I have probably 6 or 7 favorite families.
Yeah, it's almost like Case plans it that way.
And Bray wanted to see, the teardrop. You guys showed yours. This is my old smooth red bone and PVD coated black blade. I really like this blade because it's kind of a pin, but it's a drop point, and it's a Tony bow. So how can you not love it? It is very thin, being a single blade. It'd be kind of cool to pick up the one with the small pin blade also. And you had mentioned earlier how they are small. I think they're 3.5 inches. But when Tony Bowes designed this, the teardrops were even smaller. I think they were under 3 inches. So he made a point to make them a little bit larger so they're just a little bit more usable. This is a really nice gentleman's carry, and I'm a big fan of the PVD coated blades.
Yeah, I think they're really cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and show mine real quick, and we'll get right back to you, Tom. But yeah, this is for Ray. This is mine, and that blade shape is kind of a drop point. You can see where it kind of looks like maybe they could have made it a Warr Cliff, but absolutely beautiful. And of course, I have to thank Kalen for this because without him, I wouldn't have this one. This is one of the best purchases I've made. I must admit.
Glad to help you out, brother.
All right, Tom, go ahead. You got a comment alert?
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind, but both El Phoenix and Bluminati Ninja have put up a super chat or super sticker, whatever they're calling them now. So they had a couple messages. I think it's basically everyone hit that like button. So we want to thank them for supporting the channel.
Yep, certainly. Thank you, guys. We do appreciate that. And every time that you hit the like button, it helps the YouTube algorithm to put this video and this live stream out to more people that are searching for knife content. And who knows, maybe they'll like it as much as you guys, and they'll be joining us on Sundays to get their knife fix. All right. Well, I guess I should show off my fixed blade, the only fixed blade case I have. Tom was mad at me when I got this. It was and the only reason he's mad is because I got one first, But that's my little fin, the M3 little fin, and great bird and trout knife. He has one with the buffalo horn. I have the standard one with the stacked leather. And I just love these little bird and trout knives. They're just so handy and so cool. Mirror polished stainless steel. Just a lot of fun. Oh, Tom, you gifted a membership? That's awesome.
You bet. And guess who got it?
I have
Everything
no idea.
I give away, he wins it. Randy's WSG.
Nice. Randy wins a lot of stuff. He's quite the guy.
I need to put in there except for Randy, right? Next time. Every time I do a giveaway, it's Randy's WSG. Congratulations, Randy. Giving you a hard time.
Yeah. Thank you for helping out MB for the keep carry scrap ideas. That was a lot of fun. But I do have a Texas Jack that I wanted to show off as well. This is the Amber Jig Bone, and this one is in CV. just a fantastic knife. And I do have one of the other jackknives that they have now. They're kind of calling now. This was just a jackknife when I bought it, and this is also in CV. This is in their dark red bone, but it looks like Kaylin said, very strawberry-ish. Very very pinkish red, not a dark red. But this is the standard jack, but now they're kind of calling this a Texas jack, and these I kind of think of as a large peanut because they have the same kind of a bolster at the front like a peanut does. But these are really a very handy size. This is I think about an inch bigger than a peanut, so very good. But if you look at a peanut, let me grab that one. You'll see what I mean about the bolsters being very similar. In the Texas jack, at least traditionally in my mind, they always have the square bolsters instead of the rounded bolsters. But we'll have to let history figure that one out. Or the marketing department, one or the other. All righty. Yep, king size peanut. Galen's got a fixed blade there. That's a big one.
Well, you're really collecting those fixed blades. Look at all of them. I don't think I have one case fixed blade.
We'll start with 60 to 80s mini fin, the M3F is what I have here. My first bird and trout knife, and gotta say I love it. Great size little knife.
Yeah, they are neat.
Opening your packages and whatnot.
Yeah,
as one would. Got this is a 323-5, and same year, 60s to 80s. Stack leather handle. Great fixed blade there. She's probably had the most use out of these that I have, but barely used at that. And what else do I got here? Don't have all of them. Still hunting them. This is the larger version of the thin knife. This is the 316-5. Stack leather handle. Got the jipping on the top there, and the I guess the blood letters there. This one is in stainless, and awesome fixed blade at that. Then I have a little bit smaller. Oh, this is the 3 fin. So this is between the 316 and the 3F, the mini. Great condition. Same years. And the last one I have is the 365 with the saber grind from the same years. And this is probably my favorite one right here. Love this knife. All the leather on them is really tight. The pommels are all really tight. I've heard that's been an issue with these knives before, is they just get loosened up on you. And but these are all in really good shape. So that is. Oh, can't forget this. This is a 19. This is an XX era kitchen knife, 483-8. With the really cool the forge marks there on the blade. It's in really good condition for its age. Yeah, wooden handles. Pretty standard kitchen knife. But that is my case fixed blade there.
nice. And Tom, I saw that El Phoenix gifted a membership.
You got it. Okay, good. Well, thanks, El Phoenix. Rock City Knives, you received a free
Nice.
RJ's membership.
Well, don't thank me, Sean. That's Elf Phoenix. He gifted the membership, and so you're a member of the regiment now. So let me know if you need any more stickers or anything like that. And Gizmo says you need to get a case Bowie for your collection, Kalen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but he's probably working on that.
Where is? Hold on. There it is.
Okay. Shameless plug. Go for it,
Talking
Tom.
about Bowie knives. You got to see my Miniature Monday video tomorrow.
Okay.
It's coming out. That's an open tag put out there by Kalen.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
the world's smallest Bowie knife.
William Parmley has the best comment of the day. He has $4 fixed blades and one Western fixed blade that he never uses. So now he's going to have to start collecting case fixed blades. That's exactly how the progression goes.
Yeah, and I would advise buck and case knives don't get along well, so go ahead and send me the buck knives while you start collecting your case knives. Yeah.
What? They don't get along?
No.
Oh man, I should have wore this hat when I went to the buck factories just to see. I had a yellow Delrin Trapper in my pocket, but I didn't show them.
Yeah.
What's funny is they probably would have gave you a free hat.
Maybe. They had them for sale. I mean, buck, I love their lockbacks. I love their fixed blades, but I tell you what, Case really knows how to make a slip joint much better. I didn't tell them that, but when I played with their Stockman there, I was not really impressed. The walk and talk, and it barely even closed. And I was almost going to say, really, this is your showroom model that you're selling to people, but I just kept my mouth shut.
Well, of course, the thing with showroom models is that, if that knife just sits there and literally hundreds of people a month go through there and open it and close it and stuff like that, and nobody really takes care of it too much, it's probably not going to have great walk and talk.
I thought it would have great snappability, but no.
No, you've heard me talk about that on some of their Stockmans. They don't have the best walk and talk. What they do have is bigger blades and better blades, I think.
And they're probably better than what Camillus was making them for them, right?
As far as the walk and talk, yeah. But I don't know if it's because on their Stockmans they use the 3 springs on them. I don't know what it is. Well, yeah, you're right. They don't have the best walk and talk. But when you look at blade thickness and you look at a working knife, I still say the buck slip joints are a better knife. That's my opinion.
That's just
What?
Yeah.
We love you, Tom. We love
Absolute
you.
shock, Tom. Yeah,
What's
that's
that?
HT.
You're with me, aren't you, brother HT?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My head was just itching. I just wanted to change this. The red one was kind of itchy, so this was close.
Oh,
But
okay.
that was not your color, HT.
This is true. I love them all.
It's true. It's true.
What you got, Jesse?
I just wanted to show the last few
Sure.
show a few case knives, the last few that Mrs. Alien Outlaw got for me. Crimson Bone 75, because we didn't, nobody asked what our favorite patterns were. Well, the 75 is definitely my favorite pattern. And she picked this one up for me in the Crimson Bone. She actually liked the bone and wanted to get me one. And Crimson Bone, and the choices were this or a mini copper lock, and I think there was a mini trapper. I said, well, if you're going to get me one, I want the 75.
Good.
So she got me
color
that one.
choice.
And then Big J had messaged me saying that these were on sale here in town at the Ace Hardware. And so Mrs. Alien Outlaw got me one. It's a blue bone 44 pattern.
Nice.
With the Chevrolet type, the bow tie shield. And then a while back she had picked this one up for me. You're gonna like this one, Andrew. It's the Sparks Mini Trapper.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
So she's kind of got in on it with me too. So, and now she's
Good.
looking for a pink one.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, yeah,
that's
the-
probably next on the list.
The raspberry bone is really, really close to a pink as well.
I think
If-
that's
if
one of the
you-
ones she was looking at. One of them that I was looking at for was the old pink digital camo.
Oh yeah.
The synthetic one. They got an old pink. They got an old pink synthetic cover digital camo Stockman
Yeah.
that I thought about getting for, but I think she likes the raspberry bone better.
Great choice. I promise. She
I like
won't.
that.
She won't not like it. I got my wife a raspberry bone mini trapper in 2020, and she loves it. Loves it. This is a 1980. I'm just going to show the last of my knives that I had laying out here real fast. I'm going to blaze
Sure.
through them. 1988. I don't know why you get the gold shield. I haven't done enough research on this knife. 75 pattern, brown bone. Love this. Love the pattern. Love the shield. Gotta have it. That was a gift to me, actually, from a very good friend. So awesome gift. This was my first 75 pattern that I ever received. 1965 to 69, red bone, beautiful burnt red bone. Yeah, just can't go wrong there. One of my favorite patterns is the Equal End Stockman. You gotta love the Equal End cigar end Stockman. This one is a 1980. What is it? 1987. This was the National Knife Collectors Association. This was for that year. And I actually have a list now of all of the NKCAs from every year and who made it, whether it was Queen, Case, whoever was making those of that year. I have all of that information. If anybody needs any info on any NKCA knives, I could probably help you out there. Got another one here. This is a smaller version of that. This is the 90 pattern, and I believe this is the 45 pattern, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the 90. Just another little awesome Stockman. That one has the easy open. Look how fat those. You usually see stag like this, but you don't hardly see bone handles that are all flared out like that, which I thought was really, really cool. I have this is an odd one. This is a Whittler pattern. This is a 2010, and see if I can find the pattern number real fast. This is a 63046 in CV Whittler.
What bone is that?
That is red bone, red jig bone. I don't know if it's the dark or if it's just regular. But man, it's got the easy opens. Just a super, super awesome knife. Need to speed it up a little bit, Kaylin. You got 1965 to 69 red bone 47. I showed this to a collector the other day, and he told me this is probably one of the prettiest bones that he'd ever seen, with that natural little character there in the bone. And this is absolutely gorgeous. 47 pattern Stockman. This is the vault pattern that Andrew showed earlier. This is a 65 to 69 red bone, half Congress. Got the easy open on the pin blade. Beautiful red bone.
Oh, wow, the original.
An original one with the worn down sheep's foot there. This one is actually really cool. This is a Congress that is set up. This is cased Congress set up as a Whittler. Everybody knows this is literally my favorite pattern right here. A Congress knife set up as a Whittler.
Oh, wow.
That is my favorite pattern. 1988. And then the last one I have is this Case Brothers Case Classic 6383 balloon end Whittler and Stag from 1990. My first Case Stag knife. So I am very, very happy with it. And Glad to join the Stag Club. Here we go.
That's the Sandbar Stag.
I'm not quite sure. I have the original box is on the way, so
Okay.
I will let you know as soon as I get that box. Thank you for your time.
And they want to know if you polish your knives because they look so good.
I do.
He has a secret formula.
I have polishing paste and stuff like that, and I also have an actual polishing wheel buffer. You know what I mean?
Right. Nice.
My friend picked up one of those case whittlers in butterscotch synthetic, and it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
I found that on eBay, and I was just like, "Wow, this is a really nice knife." Can't remember what year it was, but
And we'll see you, Radio Geek. He's got to go. Steel City Knives said he was ordering a 1972 Case Stockman number 63 from Kongi while he's watching this. So he blames you, Cal.
That's okay.
Does anybody have one of the butterscotch?
I do not.
I have a butternut in Roger's jig, but it's not butter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right. I was curious.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to
And
go
that's
ahead and wrap this up.
That butterscotch is synthetic, right?
the ones that I saw. Yeah, they were like I can't remember what type of synthetic. If it was celluloid or I'm not sure what type of synthetic it was.
Okay.
It's like, almost like a golden color. It's really awesome.
All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. I want to thank everybody on the panel for sharing your awesome case knives. We had a fantastic show, and thank you, Kaylin, for showing us a bunch of stuff that is very unique and vintage. It's just awesome. Just awesome.
You're very welcome.
All right, guys. Anybody have any last words?
Just want to say thanks, everyone, for joining us.
Yep. Thank you guys for joining us. And be sure to subscribe to all the channels that are in the chat room, and to the guys on the panel. And then join us again next week for another edition of RJ's Lives. We'll see you in the videos during the week. You guys take it easy. We'll see you later.